Hi, my name's Paul and welcome to my review of the British Airways Club World product from Tokyo through to London. Now first, I should clarify that what BA call Club World, everyone else would call business class. Now this route, BA6, was flown by 777s up until the day before my flight, so I was fortunate enough to get on board the much newer aircraft. BA separate their business class up into two cabins, and as I'll explain later, my window seat 7A is one of the best. If you can, select a seat in the forward cabin as it's smaller and therefore quieter. Long boarding queues will be familiar to any frequent BA flyer, as their somewhat egalitarian attitude towards priority boarding opens it up to fairly much everyone. Anyway, before we take off, let's check out the seat in more detail. Business class is in a 2-4-2 layout, so the seats are packed in pretty closely. One interesting feature is that half of the seats are rear facing, so when the privacy screen is down, you're staring at your seatmate in the face. While I was uncertain about sitting backwards, I honestly didn't find it unusual at all. Here's the fold-out table, which felt reasonably sturdy, although when it's fully extended, you're trapped in your seat, so be sure to visit the loo prior to meals. Shortly after boarding, a flight attendant was around with water or orange juice. I was surprised that there was no champagne though. At your feet there's a storage drawer, although be aware that you can't reach it when the table is extended or when the bed is flat. At your feet is a fold-down footrest that also joins up with the seat and forms the completely flat bed. Just next to your elbow is a well-placed USB port, as well as another port and power plug down near your feet. Anyway, that's enough of the seats for a while. Let's check out the views from outside. As usual, I'll stop talking and mute the music so that you can hear the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000s roar into action. Shortly after takeoff, the amenity kits and noise cancelling headphones were brought around. Then a round of drinks were offered, followed by top-ups. Following this was the main meal. After the meal, it was time to check out the in-flight entertainment. Unfortunately, because it folds out, you can't use it during takeoff and landing. It's a touchscreen, or if you prefer, you can use the handpiece. Overall, the content was reasonable, although not class-leading. because of the flight path over northern Siberia, we were in light the entire flight, although our bodies were saying it was time to sleep. So the windows were dimmed and it was time for a nap. After a reasonable sleep, I was up and ready for the next meal, which was dinner, as we were arriving in London in the early evening. Not long after I finished the meal, London was in sight and we joined the usual queues around Heathrow. Now to summarise and give you my tips. It's an average business class product. While the staff, food and drink were all fine, the seats let down the whole product. Remember that this is a brand new aircraft and the industry standard for business class is now a 1-to-1 layout, so 2-4-2 is really crammed in. Other than the window seats, there is really minimal privacy and you'll have food passed across in front of you when it's being delivered to your neighbour. This is why it's really important to select the window seats. And as I've said before, sitting backwards really isn't an issue, and after takeoff you don't even notice. Also, if you get a choice, sit in the forward mini cabin as it's quieter. Overall, BA Club World is okay. There's no doubt that it's better than economy and it's reasonable if you get a good price, but otherwise there's a lot of alternatives. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to press the like button and check out my channel for more aviation videos.